I've always been fascinated by the morality of man. Never once have they failed to entertain me. Their large celebrations, their grieving, their joy, it all wrapped me up in a bundle of curiosity. Each time I glanced upon their lives, I learned something new, something foreign. My world has been within the stars since the beginning of time. Humans call me a celestial, one of the few gifted enough to see the creation of the world and its eventual demise, for death not only claims humans but also universes. Child of the stars they called me, mover of planets, harnesser of light. I distracted myself from the truth with indulgences. I'd fantasize of dancing barefoot within a field, surrounded by humans, plants, animals, by the earth. It called to me in my mystical dreams, whispering promises of fortune and empathy. I did not get to experience such things in the waking world. I was raised under the belief that being a celestial was an honor. The gift of eternal life was a blessing above all else, for we were the ones that watched over the finite days of the spawn. We were the ones that influenced the whistling wind, pushed out the crashing waves, controlled the blistering sun. We were the watchers. Yet in my quiet moments, I wanted nothing more than to be one of the watched. I craved humanity. Every inch of their complex beings called to me in the songs of grandeur. They were imperfect, yet all I could ever want, dancing, playing, and thriving amongst the community. Unfortunately, others noticed my craving. My glances at humanity did not go unnoticed under the vision of those higher than I. Questions flew around from mouth to mouth, whispers of my affiliation grew stronger as time passed, until finally I was brought to the court of the seers. A discussion ensued that encapsulated my very future within their sight.
We've heard humanity is a special interest of yours.
My interests are my business.
Your business is our business, young one. Remember your responsibilities. Now, give the girl some grace. We all have our curiosities, don't we?
I promise I'm not harming anyone. I don't intend to act upon my curiosity. I simply enjoy observing.
Observing is dangerous. Keep it hushed, and we may grant what you desire.
I wish I could understand, if only for a moment. Within an instant, I started to feel a heat beneath me. I was falling hard and fast, away from the place that I had called home for millennia. It barely registered that what I had wished for had just come true. While I was falling, I was too caught up in the heat that had surrounded me, burning every inch of my being. When I awoke, dirt and muck surrounded me. Grass flitted against my ankles, causing itches to erupt upon my skin. One glance and I knew. The taunt of never being able to visit the earth had been haunting me for eons, and yet here I was, feet dug into the soil, scythe in hand. I gazed up at the stars, taking in their glory as they were painted across the night sky, and in an instant I understood why humans worshipped those above. The realization came all too soon. I had fallen. My gift had been granted, at the cost of the stars' only Reaper. Without me, they could burn into oblivion, warp into unstoppable fiery forces that explode among space in catastrophic events, or they could remain eternal. The afterlife could be a foreign thought in their minds. But I was free. I was finally, inexplicably free.